Yeah, that's really it. I mean, I was a kid back in, well, you said it was back in the 60s and 70s, and that's all you heard about. Florida was the oranges and the grapefruit and everything. I'm surprised that stuff doesn't grow in Brazil and get those diseases too.
Pulling the salt of the stuff. Save the onion rings at the end.
Well, a lot of diseases come from everywhere. I won't go into a political soapbox about that neither. But the thing about the citrus industry, grapefruit, oranges, tangerines, whatever it is, what's on top is not what's on the bottom. They grow specific trees, trees for root stocks, and then they take wood from like tangerines. There's so many different oranges, tangerine, fruit nowadays, and they graft it. Botanism is a form of grafting, and make all kinds of stuff. It's like take one of the root stalks or trees that grow from the root stock. Root stocks for disease, weather, to make it taste better and stuff like that. You could put 4 or 5 different varieties, grapefruit, oranges, lemons, whatever on it, and have a fruit salad tree. But there's a lot that goes into that. It probably takes from the time they put a liner in the ground, which is the root stock, budding it, lopping it, growing it, and pulling it, 18 months to 2 years before they pull it out of the ground. Then they set it, and then about another 3 or 4 years, maybe 5 years before it really starts producing anything.
What a scallywag here, trying to disorientate me.
Now, I didn't know that. I knew about, grafting trees and stuff like that. I didn't know you could graft different fruits onto an orange rootstock. That's interesting. Do you still have a green thumb?
I've got into the dip here to try and moisten things up a bit. We've got a nice little selection here, mayonnaise.
Only if I take a hammer and smash it. That's the only way. But there's a lot that goes into making the orange like that. But I talk in circles because I'm absent-minded. What I was going to say, back in the 70s, the county I live in, Polk County, used to produce oranges or citrus. The entire state of Florida, Texas, and Arizona, and California put together. You can hardly find it. They still drove around, but the acreage has been cut way back and been sold and subdivisions, which I wouldn't buy a house that used to be an orange grove or a phosphate mine because all the chemicals that that went into the ground, they raise and do things different now than they did in the 70s, where in the 70s they just used to let the grass grow and they would set it wider, and they had big round irrigation pipes, and then for winter they'd have smudge plots and wind machines, but now they double sets the tree and underground irrigation. A lot of things have changed, and the weeds, they don't let the weeds grow because you can walk out there, depends on how tall the grass was and everything, and be walking out there and a big quail fly up on you. But nowadays, that don't happen. It's just like little regular out there, and there's no bushes for the birds to hide in. But it's an experience.
Is that because they have to get the tractors and stuff up and down the roads between the trees?
That's better, right? Out go the dirty chips, and I've got some...
No, I guess it's more economical to double set them like that. I have no reason. The first time I ever seen double setted trees like that, when I went out to California to take some training out there at Camp Mark, and but they started redoing all this, and then years ago, and the trees are smaller. Years ago, the trees used to be real tall. you'd be on top of a 26, 30-foot ladder on top of the tree with your legs wrapped around the ladder, still wasn't at the top. And just the whole, just like anything in agriculture, they redesign it, make it more economical, more yielding, a lot of scientific reasons. But they really ain't got them shakers really going because they're shallow roots, and it just tears the root system up if they use the shakers on them.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those shaker machines. I've seen those on TV before.
Well, I mean, you see,
Like I said, I ain't put a fruit sack on probably in 40-something years. But I will say this. One thing about growing up in the field and doing labor from my youth till 20 years old up to 23 at times, it is what kept me in pretty good shape, you know, between the genetics I got. I'm a small man, well, I'm a little heavy now, but I'm a small man, 5'8", and I'm about 170 now. But it's what has kept my health as good as it did from all that work in the field. But you know, when you're a youth, you're thinking you're being overworked, but they're not overworking you. They just keep you in good shape.
And actually, I don't, oftentimes I kind of dread coleslaw.
Well, that sounds like a good deal. That's a good way to think about it. I wonder if the kids these days appreciate that.
Consistency is just off in some way. But this one was thick, creamy, a little bit sweet, just the way I liked it. And
I don't know. I got 3 kids and never did get to take them out to the field very much, but they're all work. But you know, 2 of them, my daughters, are office jobs, and my son, he does plumbing for a big contractor and pipe fittings for these big contractor jobs up around the Atlanta area. And I couldn't tell you, but I know I got grandkids and stuff, but I'm not one with mercy because I was raised hard and I wasn't overworked, you know, but as a kid you think you'll work because no kid ever really wants to work in the field. But I'm a hard person. I'm not a mean person, Tim, but I'm a hard person. I won't ask nobody to do anything that I won't do or haven't done myself, so that's another one of them political deals I'm not going down through because a lot of people get upset about my opinions about children and labor, and it's just the way I was raised.
Hey, no, I know exactly what you're saying. It's all good. Well, Frank, I tell you what, I am out for a walk this morning, and I'm nearing the end of my walk. I'm going to get in the car here in a minute and go back home and have some breakfast and another cup of coffee. Are you already had coffee this morning?
Yes, sir, Tim. I got the I got the Corning ceramic percolator out and percolate coffee. The coffee, I don't like the coffee so much, which I enjoy coffee, but I just love the smell, pining the days of smelling the coffee aroma going through the house, percolated coffee. And so I love percolated coffee. I do have a drip coffee maker I use during the week, but on the days I don't work, I get the percolator out. I generally try to stay active, and especially before I go out to Missouri, I hunt with my uncle in Ozark County, Missouri, and there's a lot of steep ridges and hills out there, and so I have to get in shape for that. But after that, I got back in November. I was out there for about 8 or 9 days, and I have been absolutely done nothing for us physically. All right, Tim, I'll let you go there and enjoy your day. Stay warm. Get you a good cup of coffee. Have you a nice breakfast. And I got to get out and start doing things. I've been off for 3 days. I ain't did anything. Nice meeting you, Tim. AD4YQ.
Which is in Manchester, where they do all you can eat tacos. The record for one sitting is
Thanks for the nice QSO. I've enjoyed it, and I bet we'll catch you on here again sometime. 73, 84 IQ, WA5MD. We're clear.
Finish 5 tackles, and you get your next 5. There are 5